Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're going to be using Super EZA TEQ BEERUS, one of the best TURs and Super EZAs in the entire game right now, against Memorable Battles Super Janemba. Now, I did say I wasn't going to use units against Janemba because it was quite gimmicky, not on the levels of Bulma, which I'm not gonna lie, really can't stand how gimmicky she is to be testing units as like a one-off fight for like something different in terms of content. Sure, it's jarring, but it's something different, you know, it allows different team builds. But just testing how good units are, whether that's new releases, Dokkan Fest, Yellow Coin LRs, Carnival LRs, or EZA, Super EZAs, etc, etc. I don't think it's a good fight to really test that. Now, I did kind of compare Janemba to maybe not the same level of difficulty, but definitely similar to how Cell Max's stage and event used to be when he first dropped, where only the best of the best get brought into this. And then on the odd occasion, I would actually use units in the Cell Max event if they were just that good. So that's why I'm here. I generally believe Super EZA TEQ BEERUS is that good. And I was like, do you know what? Let's forget all the messing about. He's going to be good against Beast. He's going to. It's a fact. I know that's a fact because I've already recorded the video and he done very, very well. And I did use him on a movie boss category team. And then I was like, I really want to use him under TEQ UI Goku's team. I want to use him with TEQ UI Goku's domain. So while he doesn't have a 200% lead here, and he's missing some stats, he is going to benefit from the domain. Now, I'm actually relying on a ton of RNG right now for Strength UI to dodge. That's all I need from you, to dodge. Good. Second. Good. Hat trick. Great. That's also helping you build up. But I need you to dodge. So I thought, why not? 2 birds with the 1 stone. Technically 3 birds, because we're in a down period of Dokkan. I mean, it happens every year during November. And I was like, let me cover all my bases. Ooh, that's probably not good. BEERUS doesn't have his full build up. I mean, he does have damage reduction and guard. You know what? That's not bad. 670 with no build up. And that wasn't our entire HP bar. That's not bad. If he was built up, he would have survived that. Now, even though we died, and that was pretty much the majority of our HP, as I said, if BEERUS was fully built up, he actually would have survived that, even without being on a 200% lead. And that is the reason why I brought him in here. As I said, I may not have uploaded the video yet. It will be coming. And that is on TEQ Carnival LR Broly's 200 lead of movie bosses. He was fine. I said 3 birds, or yeah, 3 birds, 1 stone. One, I think BEERUS is just good enough to be in here. Sure, it's a little bit gimmicky and it's quite challenging for like a lot of the units in this game. Like no unit is safe in this event whatsoever, apart from like the very best, which I think BEERUS is kind of up there as one of the very best, if being completely honest. Like he is that good. Also, as I said, it's a dry period in Dokkan. It's a slow period. It happens every year in November. Double digits already, and he's only just started building up. We do need to get him hit 3 more times to get his full attack and defense build up of 160% though. But it's a dry period in Dokkan. It happens every November, around about the Heroes time, where there's just not a whole lot going on. So this gives me time to just basically keep on top of all the content that I want to do before the next Dokkan Fest drops, and we need to start covering that, potentially summoning, you know, EZAs are coming out and going over all of that, and then the content just kind of falls by the wayside. Also, as I said, I just kind of wanted to use him on TEQ UI Goku's team. Now, he may not be on the 200% lead, but I really wanted to use him under his domain because of how good that domain buff is. Because not only is BEERUS going to be getting the Superclass domain buff, but then he's also going to be getting the Realm of Gods buff as well. And that's something I really wanted to see. So that's why we're doing this. And I thought it might be kind of fun. You know, it might be kind of fun to do. even though I'm waiting for the Goku and Frieza fight, I said not a whole lot's going on right now. So why not? Why not give it a go? Now, I'm hoping Gogeta is ready to quadruple super attack. I mean, I'm pretty sure the super attack has already happened. I wasn't fully paying attention. I'll be completely real. I wasn't fully paying attention. But I feel like we should be good. As long as Gogeta like quadruples, which he does 9 times out of 10 anyway, we should be good. Like the 4 super attacks, the guard should be enough. Yeah, is enough. But yeah, I'm not going to do loads and loads. We're getting the rage mode already. I mean, that's great because it means for free we actually get to do some damage. But he isn't fully built up yet, so he doesn't have the full 160 attack and defense. He isn't fully at his best. I mean, we can get it twice. So that is a good thing. We can actually get this a second time when he is fully built up. So that is that. And speaking of his rage mode is one of the only rage modes and giant transformations I actually like in the game. Like, he's doing an 11 mil attack stat, and we're doing this for free, with also a 70% chance to additional. Again, it's not going to be as strong as it should be, because we haven't got him fully built up yet, but it is what it is. And then because he's rainbowed, he has a ton of crit chance as well, which means we can actually do some good damage here for free. EZA TEQ BEERUS generally has one of the best rage modes or giant ape transformations in the entire game, or just giant transformation in the game, because usually, and the same thing applies here, the simple thing is you do chip damage for free. It's the Ghost Usher where you get to do very small chip damage for free. I get it, that's the way it works, right? But it is very small amounts of damage. But again, you're doing it for free, so why complain? You know, it's not an issue. But Beerus generally actually does good damage, and you're doing 11+ million attack stats without taking any damage. There is hardly a rage or giant transformation in the entire game where you can do that. Can you dodge? Thank you. We're down to 73k HP. Can you please dodge? Big additional. Big additional. He still needs to be hit though. We still haven't built up yet. Also, we're missing a ton of damage reduction. What? Seems like we're still good. We're still good. Even though we're missing some damage reduction, we're still good. And let's not forget as well, everyone on rotation with Beerus is benefiting from that key +2 attack +30% for all superclass allies. And we got AGL UI Goku's... Oh, that's perfect. Do you know what? I'm going to let Strength UI sit in slot 1. Because I don't know why. Even though he has a 70% chance to dodge, it feels like he dodges less than EZA TEQ UI does. So, one of two things can happen. That, which is exactly what I wanted to get the revival. Or, I was going to say he dodges everything and he gets to build up as much as possible. Either way, it's a win-win and we got the revival. So I'll take that. So that means Beerus has pretty much all of his damage reduction back. Can't remember how many times he's been hit at this point. He needs one more. I think he's actually there. Because he did get hit a lot, but we were in his rage transformation. So, of course, it doesn't count. Right now, Beerus is doing really well. Like, really, really well. Like, as I said with the Universe Tree Goku video, I've done runs with units in this. I just haven't made videos. But Beerus is doing extremely, extremely well. How many attacks has he taken? Alright, I think we're good. One more and he's fully built up. I think I might try him in slot 1. I mean, we have the domain ready to go, which is exactly what I wanted to see in this video. Obviously, we were bound to get it, but this is one of the reasons why I brought him in here. I reckon he'll be an absolute monster with it, even without the 200% lead. Let's get you transformed as well. What are we looking at in terms of stats? I mean, one more hit and he's fully built up, but before that, 940, 564k defense. And not only is everyone else, including him, benefiting from his domain, but they're also benefiting, as I said, from his superclass support of key +2 and attack +30%. I'm actually going to try him in slot 1. I mean, he needs to be hit anyway to get his final build up, but I'm actually going to try him in slot 1. Full 60% damage reduction, domain and guard. No extra attack and defense because he hasn't supered yet and he is being super attacked straight away. What are we looking at? 300k. 313 with a 17 million attack stat, and now he's fully built up. I have watched some of the best units in this game absolutely wiped by Janemba's super attack. As I said, it does very much remind me a hell of a lot of Selmax's event when it first dropped. Only the best of the best could really take him on. Yes, Selmax's super attack numbers are generally insane, and literally next to no unit could compete with him apart from the very best. While Janemba, and potentially Gogeta you could squeeze into this as well, but more so Janemba, doesn't really match up in terms of numbers because of his attack build up in one turn from him being hit, the extra 50% from strength units where it's pretty much kill or be killed at that point because you do extra damage while basically giving him extra damage to do back to you. If you're super attacked late on in the rotation, which thankfully we weren't there, you're taking a ton of damage because of the amount of build up you can have. The amount of units that can additional 3, 4, even 5 times in one turn, or super attack 4 or 5 times in one turn, it builds Janemba up a ton. And again, especially if there's strength units sprinkled throughout the rotation as well, that he could pretty much do an entire health bar and then some on one super attack on some of the strongest units in the entire game, which is why it's very reminiscent to me of Selmax. If only the best can come in here, there is hardly any units in the game that are not in constant danger in the Super Janemba fight. And I had a feeling this would be the case, and I was right. Super EZA TEQ BEERUS is one of them. He is one of the few units in this entire game that isn't in constant danger. I mean, maybe early on in the fight where he has no build-up, but I mean, we saw him tank with no build-up and he's fine. But with a super attack, with no build-up, he's going to pretty much take an entire HP worth on this team, clearly, and he'll die. Or maybe you'll survive with like a couple thousand. I can't remember the exact amount, but we didn't have full HP at the time, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But with some build-up, he survives. With full build-up, I mean, we were one attack off full build-up there. He didn't even super attack, so he was missing some defense. He also isn't on a 200% lead as well, so he is missing some extra stats, unlike everyone else on this team. And he still tanked pre-super, no 200% lead, but with a domain, yes, 313k. There are not too many units in the entire game that can do that. As I said, there are many units in this game, some of the best, that are in constant danger when you're facing Super Janemba. Beerus is not one of them. So I'm kind of glad I've done this Janemba video, which I'm not going to do too often. But there's a reason why I chose Super EZA TEQ BEERUS to do this with, because he is that good. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care of the rest of your day, and peace.